It was 7 p.m. The pool closed at 8. My kids still needed their suits on, and the heat index was over 100 for that day. I almost talked myself out of going. I was thinking it's late. We had just had dinner. It's such a hassle to get everybody ready. And honestly, by the time we get there, we really won't have any time to swim. I had already negotiated myself out of a pool trip in my head. So stick around because I'm giving you the exact tool I used to catch that voice in the act before it won. If you're a high-achieving corporate woman running on empty, saying yes out of guilt, carrying everyone, and wondering when it got this heavy, and you want your identity back, boundaries that actually hold, and a life that fits, you're in the right place. Hey, I'm Raquel Ida, a corporate leader, woman of faith, and someone who gave herself one yes at a time until I barely recognized my own life. I learned the difference between giving yourself away and giving on purpose. And that's the work we do here. If you're ready to set boundaries, protect what matters most, and lead without losing yourself, let's learn to say yes on purpose. Before we get into it, I want to read you a review that's from CDP 216. It's titled, Insightful, Grounded, and Truly Helpful. This podcast is such a breath of clarity. The way she explains why boundaries fall apart and how people-pleasing quietly takes over your life is eye-opening. Her breakdown of core values and the connection to Romans 12:2 is simple but powerful. It's rare to find something that feels both practical and compassionate at the same time. Y'all, this is why I do this. This show is officially in the top 5% of podcasts globally, and it's because of women like you sharing this show and how it impacts you. If you're in the thick of the season where every pocket of your time feels stolen, I don't know if you're like me, but my kids are home this summer, and sometimes my work bleeds into evenings. I really want you to come sit with other women who get it. Join the Facebook group, Setting Boundaries in Corporate, because it's a place where you don't have to have bandwidth for one more thing. It just gives you the space to connect to others that are feeling the same way you are. And if email's easier for you, you can join my insider list. And links to both the Facebook group and my email list can be found in the show notes. I do send out the takeaways from episodes like this straight to your inbox. All right, let's get into it. So this happened recently. It was after supper. The heat index was over 100 for the day, which in the Midwest in the summer is definitely saying something. The pool closed at 8 o'clock, and my kids were not ready. Think of no suits on, the bag wasn't packed. We just weren't ready. And I was negotiating myself out of going. But by the time we got there, we'd barely have 30 minutes. We were all tired, and there was stuff to do around the house. I was talking myself out of a pool trip. And I know exactly what was happening because I've seen this pattern in myself before. When you're burnt out, you don't just lose energy, you lose the ability to see what's actually waiting on the other side of the effort. Here's what burnout let me see in that moment. The suits I had to find, the towel situation, the parking, the whole hassle of just getting everybody in the car. That's it. That's all that burnout showed me. And here's what I didn't let myself see. The sun coming down over the water. My kids losing their mind laughing at some game they made up on the spot. My husband, who was actually off work that evening, getting to be there for this experience. So I did something. I called out a 5-minute challenge to our whole family. Could we all get our suits on and be loaded in the Telluride in 5 minutes flat? We turned it into a game. Everybody was scrambling, laughing, racing to hit that clock. And we went to the pool. It was one of the most beautiful hours we had all summer. And here's the thing that nobody tells you about burnout. It doesn't just make you tired. It makes the things that would actually restore you look more like work. So you want to skip the pool. You skip mini golf. You skip any spontaneous thing that would have reminded you who you are outside of your to-do list. When we got home late that night, everybody slept so good. The kind of tired that's actually good for you, not the kind that burnout gives you. I remember that night I was lying there thinking, if I listened to that first voice that had basically wanted to talk me out of not going at all, none of that experience would have happened. I would have just been productive instead. I mean, whatever that means for 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. That's the loop burnout wants you to stick in. If this is your summertime too, not because you don't want the fun, but because all you can see is the labor it takes to get there, that's not laziness. That's depletion talking. And it's really good at sounding like reason, like you're making the right choice in the moment. So here's the tool I used that night, and it's the same one I want to give you today. We actually named it in our family called the Beat the Doubt Timer. It's super simple, and you're probably going to laugh. When you catch yourself negotiating out of something that would actually restore you, before you even finish the argument in your head, you set a short timer, 5 minutes, and you turn whatever needs to happen next into a game, a race, we can actually do this challenge in your mind. You move your body before your mind talks you out of it so that you lose the ability to experience the joy. Why does this work? Because burnout's voice is fast, and I promise you it's convincing. But it's not actually reasoning with you. It's just pattern matching effort to avoid the situation. The timer itself interrupts the pattern before the argument closes. So you don't have to win a debate with the doubt. You just have to outrun it for 5 minutes. And here's why this matters beyond pool trips. This is a tool you can use at work too, in a way that protects both you and your team. Think about that meeting invite you almost declined because it feels like just one more thing. The mentorship coffee chat you talked yourself out of because you're tired. The idea you didn't voice because raising your hand feels like more effort than staying quiet. Next time you catch that voice building its case against you, set the timer. 5 minutes. Go send that email. Walk into the meeting. Girlfriend, raise your hand. Not 5 minutes to decide. 5 minutes to act. Because once you're moving, you can course correct or step back without real information. Doing this helps you opt out of what you are feeling and never actually deal with what you have in front of you. This is a boundary in reverse. Instead of protecting your time by saying no, you're protecting your capacity for restoration and opportunity by not letting doubt make the call before you've even looked at what's actually there. Now, here's why I know this is bigger than a productivity hack. It's actually deeply biblical. Turn with me to 2 Corinthians chapter 4. Paul wrote this letter while he was going through real hardships, beatings, shipwrecks. He was being hunted. He was exhausted, misunderstood by the very people he was trying to help. He wasn't writing this from a comfortable place. He was writing it from inside of the hard thing. In verse 16, Paul says, "We do not lose heart. Through outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day." That's the tension right there. His circumstances are wearing him down, but something inside him is actually getting stronger through it, not weaker. Then verse 17. This is the one I want you to sit with. Our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. Paul's not saying the trouble isn't real. He's saying the trouble is producing something on the other side that's bigger than the trouble itself. The hard thing isn't separated from the good thing. It's actually part of what makes the good thing. And verse 18 finishes it. We fix our eyes on not what is seen, but what is unseen. Sit with that for a moment. What you can see in the moment, the heat, the hassle, the resistance, all of that is temporary. What you can't see yet is the rest, the joy, the connection. That's the lasting part. That's the exact pattern from the pool trip. What I saw at 7 p.m. was the heat and the hassle and the tired kids. What I couldn't see yet was our kids were going to get there and make up fun, silly pool games, while my husband and I got to sit down and enjoy the sunset. We all slept amazing that night, and it may have been one of the best summer hours we had as a family of 4 this month. Now, obviously, Paul's not talking about pool trips, but the pattern he's describing, a light and momentary trouble, produces something that outweighs it. It's the exact pattern burnout tries to hide from you every single time. So here's the question I want you to think through this week. What if what you're thinking you're up against isn't actually a hassle? It's just glory in disguise. Ponder that. Before I let you go, if you haven't yet, join the Facebook group. Come tell me about the last time you almost talked yourself out of something good. Okay, before you go, I hope today's episode gave you something real. Would you take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who's burning out or already burnt out and ready for what's next? Also, please leave a quick written review on Apple Podcasts. It lights me up to know that this is helping you. I'll meet you back in the next episode. Until then, be the light.